3 minutes. I just want to conclude one last thing. I want to say this one last thing. And that is, what is honor of God? So there's a lot of things honoring of God. But one thing I'll tell you like this. They always bring down Ruth. What was the zchut of Ruth? What was the zchut of Ruth that she got David HaMelech? Anybody know? Anybody know? Okay, that's not the topic. You think on your own. We'll get to the answer one time. But at the end of the day, Ruth had David HaMelech. What zechut did Ruth have? Everybody asks that question. Huh? Modesty, tzniut, this, that. But I'm going to tell you, what was the zechut of Eglon having Ruth? Who was Ruth's father? Anybody know? Eglon? Eglon was a goy, he was a fat guy, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he's a big, I'm talking about fatso. The guy was huge. The guy was out of control. He was almost like Rasha. All of a sudden, this guy, he was the king of the Philistine. What is this? And he has a daughter, Ruth? What zechut did he have from Ruth? Should I tell you the answer? The answer is one time, Ehud. You ever hear the story about Ehud? Ehud had his men, and they needed to get to the king. They needed to kill the king. It was too much on the Jews. So what did they? They had a plan. Boys, nobody could reject food. You know, what's the pathway to a man's, I don't know what it is. What did they say? What's the pathway to a man's heart? It's through his stomach. Exactly. Make him a good breakfast. You know they always say, don't talk to the lion before you feed him. You know what I'm saying? When he comes home, make sure you feed him dinner and then tell him everything else. Oh, honey, I charged the card on this. Okay, no problem. At least he ate. But before he ate, don't talk to him about that. Anyway, so he does like this. Sitting down, he's finishing the food. They come in. They get the whole item, this. 10 like dishes. Each guy came with a dish. He comes to the guards of the palace. What are you guys doing? He said, no, this is food for the king. Food for the king? Get out of here, you guys. Did you pay your taxes? Yeah, we paid this food for the king. They open it. Wow, this smells great. This is great. I did. Come. They bring him in. They skip the whole line. They get to the front. So all of a sudden, they knock on the king's door. Who is this? All the Jewish people. They got you all these different types of dishes. Wow, delicious. And he's eating. It's great. This is great. What is this? Kibbeh hamaji. I don't know. It's amazing. Then they gave him the children. I don't know. They're great. They're great. Finally, Ehud had a plan. Ehud, what did he do? He went out. He said, boys, look at this. Everybody stay back. I'm going to get the king now. He comes with a bowl. And now, they know, what do you want? I want to give the last bowl. I forgot one bowl for the king. This is great food for the king. Great food for the king. So, okay, you know what? We can't stop him. Okay, kapot if it's for the king. But just give us a little piece of little thing so we can have some. Yeah. Okay, go. He goes in there. And Ehud is holding the dish. He knocks on the king Eglon's thing. And he tells the king Eglon, in the name of Hashem, he's about to say something. He said, you say the name of Hashem? I have to stand up to honor God's name. And he stood up. And Ehud understood. The second he stood up, now he's off guard, like he's in the middle of like pulling up himself. Remember, he was a heavy set guy. He's pulling himself up. As he's pulling himself up, Ehud stabbed him right in the stomach. The sword went from the beginning of the stomach to the end of his stomach. Like, what? He died. And it was a miracle that happened, that it was smoke. And he walked out, Ehud walked out. And all the guys like, go. And he left the palace. And the king was waiting, and nobody knew what was with the king. Oh, the king's eating his dish from Ehud. Okay, he's eating. Finally, after 2 hours, how long is he? Maybe he's in the bathroom. They don't know. Finally, after 2 hours, they're there. He can't be more in the bathroom than 2 hours. They knocked on the door. What's going on? They broke the door. They saw him dead. But then, by then, the Jewish people, they went out to war with the Philistine, and they won because they had no leader. The king was gone. So they won. So you know what they say? From the zchut that he got up for Hashem's name, Hashem said, I'm going to give you a daughter, Ruth. And from you, the Davidic dynasty is going to come out of you because the honor of Hashem. Imagine that. Imagine the honor of God. Because of that, that's what you deserve. And now, what's my point? Nowadays, there's a lot of ways to honor Hashem. There's a lot of ways, making Kudesh Hashem, making this. But I'm going to tell you one more way. And that is, there's a mitzvah called Ze Eli V'Anveu. Anybody know what that is, Ze Eli V'Anveu? When a person buys a nice talit. Ze Eli V'Anveu, you buy the nice talit. When you buy a nice mezuzah, is you don't have to buy you have to buy the best mezuzah to make it beautiful. When you buy the best tefillin, when you buy the best lulav and etrog, you're taking the mitzvah and you're beautifying the mitzvah. That's Zeh Livavehu. But what's the honor of God? The honor of God is making his house beautiful. What's his house? One of the houses that he has is a shul, a bet midrash, a shul. And that's what we're doing now, Rabotai. In about 9 days, we're moving in to another shul. We're moving in, Baruch Hashem, to a new building. It's a phase 1, Baruch Hashem. It's a phase 1 that we're moving in. It's going to be located 2013 East 13th Street between T and U. So Bezrat Hashem, next Wednesday night will be the last Wednesday night over here, and then we move there. So Bezrat Hashem, it's going to be beautiful. I just want to conclude, we got to make it beautiful. And I'll tell you straight out, today I got a phone call from the woodwork to design the carpenter, to design a nice hechal, to design a nice bima, to design a nice bookshelves for the Sfarim, talitot shelves, tefillin. Now, the bill was $35K. 30, that's what it was. It came out to be $35K. We got him down to $30,000. So now my point I'm trying to bring is, we're bringing out a zechut to make God's name, to make Hashem's honor great by making it look beautiful. So we're giving the opportunity to everybody to chip in. Of course, you can chip in whatever you like. We're trying to get a $500 from about 50, 60 people. Where Baruch Hashem, I sent out a mass text. We got half of that. So we're looking for the other half. If anybody wants to join in, which I think is a great zechut, it helps the shul. It's going to beautify the Beit Midrash. Either two things you could do. Either you could speak with me. I'll give you my cell phone number. And anybody who's on Torah Anytime, I have permission to say this as well. Advertise it on Torah Anytime. You call me up. Text me, 917-806-1322. It'll be a big zechut. You'll see, I know a lot of people that donated to this place, and I can tell you honestly, Bobby's one of the main guys here all the holidays. You should know, he told me, this year he had the best year out of all his business. He said he designated the Maaseh. He said he had the best year of the business. I know another guy, he gave a large donation to the shul. You should know, at the end, he told me whatever he gave, he gained back about 18 times high of what he gave to the shul. Guaranteed. If I can mention names, I don't want to mention public, but I'm telling you, it's a big zechut. Secondly, or you can speak to Albert Shakuri. So you can either text me, right, or reach out to me, or you can speak to Albert Shakuri. Whatever you do, of course, it's a zechut. This money stays with you forever. It's a zechut forever. It's like investing in your bank account in Shamayim. You're going to go after 112. What do you do? Oh, by the way, you put a few $100 over here. You should know, you got $5 million. How did I get $5 million? It's an investment. What do you mean? You made my house look beautiful. So Bezrat Hashem, we should only see good things and only berachot. Amen.